Hey dudes, welcome to Splat from the Past, the only 80s themed horror and sci-fi show where things could get totally radical. Now today, I will be welcoming back my good friend Janus Blythe, who played Ruby in The Hills Have Eyes. I'm having her back on the show today. I want to talk to her about a couple movies that we didn't talk about last time, and maybe even comment on this whole quarantine situation. I'm hoping that it's going to be done by the end of the month, because we can't live like this. We can't stay indoors and just, get unhealthy like this. We have to get outside, get healthy. We have to take care of one another and just go back to business as usual, So, here is my new interview with Janus Blythe.
Hello?
What's up, Janus?
Well, everybody's inside.
I know. What a clusterfuck we're in, huh?
Yeah, that's for sure.
Oh, my God.
Strange. So the end of the world's happening. We had an earthquake out here a couple of days ago, too.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, so between all the fires that we had, big fires that we had, and the virus, the earthquake, it's the end of the world.
Oh, God. Yeah, it's funny. My mother and I had a conversation about this yesterday. We think that this pandemic is another plague.
Another place?
The plague that happened.
Plague. Oh, that's what I said. Yes, so I'm thinking too.
Yeah.
Okay, well, yes. You got to set the cat free to kill the mice. Yes.
Yeah.
And we're talking about the rats. We have so many of them, and a lot of countries do. And they travel everywhere at night, over every surface, upside down, sideways, any surface whatsoever. They're tracking it all over the world. It's not just person to person,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I remember back in the late 80s, George Carlin had a comedy routine. He said that, they banned artificial sweeteners because a rat died. It's the new plague of the 80s.
Yeah, and they said it sold thousands of packs before it died. I mean, it was an enormous amount.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are we recording now?
Yes, we are.
Well, hello there, everybody.
Yeah, but I think, after this is all done, it's going to be good for us because, the last 2 decades now since 9/11, we've just been very greedy and selfish. I think this is going to teach us to be a little bit more kinder to one another and humble us,
Yeah, some of us. I mean, they still showing photographs on TV last night on TMZ, that channel. They're showing New York in the park, people all gathered. They're showing a wharf, on the ocean. People all gathered. People are still being stupid and doing things like that.
Yeah.
They're not really taking out of the guy I met here. Talked to him just a couple of days ago in my dog park, which now the dog park's closed. But he kept walking towards this man. And I said, "Stop it! What are you doing? Stay away from him!" And he was talking like he had all the answers. And he listened to this radio show between at midnight and 4 a.m. And he's repeating everything the guys were saying. And he said that he had a strain of it himself. And I'm going, "Oh, please! He's not going to wear any mask or do anything." These stupid people like that. I said, all of us.
Yeah, oh my God, yeah, there's people like that all over the place, acting like that they have the answers, but they don't.
Mm-hmm. People across the street were having a party over the weekend. Are you kidding me? They're untouchable. It's just, I'm sitting inside with my puppy. She loves having me inside so much. My goodness.
We have a cat that we got back in October, and her name is Cinnamon. We call her a hoe bag because she's always laying on her back.
Cute baby?
Yeah, she was about 6 weeks old when we got her, and she's growing. She's getting fat. We've been just feeding her too much, and she's such a sweet girl, but she's ferocious when she has to be.
Well, I got my little Coco. She's just my little sweetheart. She weighs all of 8-9 pounds, and she just loves her mommy, and I love her. She's a Chihuahua.
Oh.
A brown Chihuahua. I call him a deer head. They got long legs and a long nose looked like a little baby deer. And it comes out, it's just white paws.
Mm-hmm.
And she's so cute. I think I take her everywhere with me. She doesn't understand right now how come she can't go everywhere with me when I leave.
Oh.
She wants to lift everyone and say hello to every single person. You can't do that right now.
Yeah.
She doesn't understand that one. I can't let her do that. It's not being punished. She doesn't get it. We can't explain it to her.
I love animals. They're so precious.
Oh, God, I don't know what I'd do without her. I wasn't going to get... I lost my 2 cats. I had them for 17 years. And they were twin boys. They were rag dolls. They were like having kids. They were so phenomenal. And I was a long time grieving, you know, and I went to the shelter looking for a cat. And there was this dog with these ears, really big ears. And I went, those ears. And the guy said, oh, that was picked up as a stray. And we have the dog on hold until give a chance for the owners to, you know, come find them. But you see it on Saturday. And I went, oh, okay, well, maybe, I don't know. It's not the right time. My house is a mess. I got this going on. Not the right timing. All my excuses.
Yeah.
And told my girlfriend the same thing. Not the right time. And then Saturday came and did the same thing. Oh, it's wrong timing, but I'm going to go anyway. And I went, and she's not going to be there, and there she was. And he said, yeah, people wanted to see her, but they couldn't because she was on hold. But you can see her. I'll put her in a room with you. Put her in a private little room with me, and in 30 seconds, she had me laughing so much. I said, okay, this is what I need. And we've been together ever since.
Oh, that's a sweet story.
Yeah.
I love animals.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny. We had gotten a lease to get a dog, but then we ended up getting a cat. And she's like, "You want to get rid of this cat and get a dog?" And I was like, "I'd like to have both, you know." And she's like, "Well, we can't. We have to have one or the other." And I said, "Well, let's keep the cat for now because she loves us. She's in a comfort zone with us, and she's just a precious little thing, you know."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you have both?
No, we just got the cat.
Oh, okay.
So
I've been in touch with Jeff Blythe. He's from the band Anti-Scene, the one who wrote the song "Will We Get Back to the Hills."
Yeah.
You listen to that yet?
I haven't listened to it.
You haven't? Oh, you pick it up on YouTube, and I had to listen to Hank Williams Jr. sing it so I can understand the words because Anti-Scene's a pretty heavy punk rock group. But he sent me a copy of a picture of a T-shirt that he got somewhere. I don't know. Of all the Hills Have Eyes characters on it. Mm-hmm. Pretty cool. And we've been back and forth, you know, texting, and he's trying to get me to some of the conventions out in Carolina area, so he could finally meet me. And I said, I'm willing to go anywhere. You just haven't been wanting me.
Well, hopefully
I love doing conventions.
Yeah, well, hopefully...
Not now, though. Not now.
Yeah, hopefully the conventions will happen again. You know, I've been hearing talk about the Cast of Phantasm doing a Skype convention for fans to do on Facebook. I'm like, that is just so absurd.
Facebook?
Yeah.
Convention?
Yeah, to do a Facebook convention.
You're not going to meet anybody in person. You can't walk around and touch and feel anything.
Yeah, I mean, it's just...
Yeah, it's odd.
It's a waste of time.
Yeah, because fans want to buy souvenirs. They want to see their people they want to take photographs with and get pictures of and stuff. So I don't know how that would work.
I don't know either. I don't even think I want to find out. I just think it's absurd. I mean, I know that they gotta, make money. I'm sure how it's going to work is, they meet each other via Skype, and then they select what autograph they want, and then the autograph gets sent. I think that's how it's going to work. But it's just, I don't know, it feels funny to me.
Well, I do that on my Facebook page. Somebody wants an autograph picture, and I do that, and I charge them the same amount that you would at a convention.
Well, yeah.
With the postage and all the packaging and all that stuff, and I don't know. Then now to make money, though, whoever's put it on would have to charge some kind of fee. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh,
right?
no.
Entrance fee?
Yeah. I'm all for that, but just like it just feels funny that you're doing it, from Skype. You know what I mean? To meet somebody and get their autograph. overall. I mean, it's one thing to buy an autograph, from their website or what have you, but just doing it like that, it's just, I don't know, it just feels awkward, and plus the person at home has to dress up, they can't be naked,
Makeup on and everything, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know, it just seems silly to me, but we'll see what happens with that.
Well, all Hollywood is shut down. Everything's just shut down. It's just, we got to nip this in the bud. The plague rooks happen and take out most of us, and whoever's left will start over. I guess. Right, it's going to happen.
Yeah. It
hasn't peaked yet. It hasn't peaked, they said, so.
The trippiest thing happened yesterday. We lost James Drury from the Virginian. I was his last interview 2.5 weeks ago, and it's just so profound to me because he, as I listen to it now, he sounded like, he knew that was going to be his last interview. He was tired. He was old. He was at the end of things, and I'm so honored that I got to interview him before he passed.
When did he pass?
Yesterday.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago it was. We were supposed to do it 3 weeks ago, but we had our time zones wrong, so I had to wait a week to try again. And when I did, it was wonderful. He was talking about being a contract player at MGM in the 50s. He signed a 7-year contract, and they let him go after a year because they didn't know where to put him in most movies. But they put him in a couple classics at MGM. They put him in The Blackboard Jungle with Glenn Ford and Sidney Poitier. They put him in Forbidden Planet with Walter Pidgeon and Leslie Nielsen in his first movie, and then he went to 20th Century Fox after that and was in Elvis's first movie, Love Me Tender.
How old is he when he passed away?
85.
Okay. These days, it's not too old anymore. It's like 90 getting up there.
He was 1 week away from turning 86.
Okay.
Yeah.
He must have been ill to tell you that. He felt tired and he was at the end of his rope, basically.
Yeah, I asked him a question, and he takes about 15 minutes to answer, and by that point, he is wiped out. But I kept going for another 20 minutes because I wanted to get all the questions I had and stuff, and it was marvelous, I have to say.
Well, that's nice, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at least we have this way to stay in contact like we're doing right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And as
you
far
have any questions for me?
Oh, I got to tell you, the other day, I tried to watch that movie you did, Spine, back in 84 or whatever. Oh my God!
How'd you find it?
I found it on YouTube.
Okay.
I could not get through the movie because of the way it was shot on video. It's like I was watching a home movie. I felt like I was invading somebody's privacy.
Yeah. It was a girlfriend of mine said, "Oh, I got this part in this movie, and I really need you to, do the other part for me, please, please." And she was begging me and going, "What is it?" She told me, "Give me a shot, basically video movie." And going, "Oh, no one will ever see it. Then okay, I'll do it."
Did they pay you at all?
They did. Uh-huh.
Oh my God. Yeah, Lisa Romanoff, isn't it?
Yes, Lisa, that was her.
Yeah. Isn't she the head of some studio or something now?
You're kidding me.
Isn't that what she is? She's because I know she was producing, and now isn't she the head of a production company?
Is that the same Lisa?
That's what it says on IMDb.
Wow, I didn't even know.
Yeah, it said that she was managing director and CEO of Vision Films Incorporated.
Whoa, I got to contact her and say hello. I mean, that's been years and years.
Wow, you haven't seen her in a long time?
No, not at all.
That's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's something about shooting a movie on video. It doesn't look good.
Those movies that are shot where they're at a home movie, they're doing their cell phone, and you see that all the footage through the cell phone type of. I hate those.
Yeah. The iPhone movies, yeah.
Yes. Uh-huh.
It seems like every movie you see now is an iPhone movie, even the big studio movies, because they're shot on digital and they're just really, really fast. Go, go, go. You don't have time to like build up a plot anymore in a movie.
Now, did you see the release last night of this new format for phones called Quibi?
No.
Okay, well, you can go and get 3 months free trial. It's all these movies and stuff that are shot, and they only play on your phone. And it's the guy who used to be the CEO of Disney and all these other film companies, and it was on, TMZ, that show. Am I saying it right? Is it TMZ or TMZ?
Yeah.
TMZ. Yeah.
TMZ,
well,
yeah.
I was watching that show, and they had him on, and he came on and said, yeah, because of what's going on right now, give everybody 90-day free membership. So check it out. QUIDI. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there are all these series and everything, all the stuff is just shot for the phone. I don't know what format it is shot in, but they're supposed to be excellent. Lots of stars are doing it.
I have to check that out.
Oh, new world, man.
Yeah, it is a new world. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, check it out. Because I was gonna do my subscription today, my free 90 days.
Huh, I'll check it out. Yeah, that sounds like something that a guy from Disney would create.
Yes. Can't think of his name right now. He's a big guy, but anyway.
I was devastated when Disney took over 20th Century Fox.
Mm-hmm.
Star Wars is not supposed to begin with the Disney logo. Because, when it was at 20th Century Fox, hearing that orchestrated music at the beginning was a great build-up to John Williams' orchestration music at the beginning of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And just the fact that it has the Disney logo at the beginning, it kills it for me. Not to mention the fact...
Whenever I see Disney logo, I think it's going to be a real kids movie, real...
Of course.
Kids and all family and everything. But they venture out a little bit now. They don't do all that kid stuff. I think it's raining here. Yeah, we've got rain.
Right. Well, we got sun over
like
here.
85 degrees the other day. Now it's raining. Crazy.
We got about 80 degrees of sun right now.
Where are you?
Yeah. I'm in Redding.
Where are you?
Redding, California.
Oh, you're not far then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know in Palm Springs area.
Yeah, about 7 hours away.
I thought you said Redding, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you don't know rain?
We had rain the last couple of weeks, but right now we got just sun out.
That's nice. We traded off.
Yeah.
No sun here and rain.
Just wish I could go outside.
So you can go outside to wear a mask.
Yeah. We got some masks coming, and I was wearing like a cowboy bandana. I was wearing a cowboy bandana over my face yesterday when we went shopping, and
They said anything will work,
Yeah, it was hot. It was hot wearing that thing. I hated wearing it.
Yeah, I had my mask on, and it propped up my glasses, and I feel hot too. I feel constricted.
Mm-hmm.
I buy them for doing work at home or stuff with paint and all that stuff. So I had some masks, and I don't like wearing them then either. But I went scrooging. Oh, but I have some here. Oh, but I have a couple here.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to stay away from no crowds, big gatherings and all that stuff. Just go to the store to get what I need and come back home. So bored.
I don't even think there is any crowds right now or gatherings.
Like I told you, there is. They showed it on the film. They showed state at New York, at the park. People were all out there together. Only a couple had masks on, but it was very crowded, very dumb.
Mm-hmm.
They talked about it.
I thought the last event that happened before quarantine started was the screening of Corey Feldman's documentary. Did you hear?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you hear about that?
No.
He did a documentary about pedophiles in Hollywood, and there were people who were trying to stop it from being released online and stuff. And I paid $20 to see it online, and there was just a big traffic jam because somebody was trying to hack into it and to stop it from being seen. But I did see it the next day on YouTube.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
$20 back?
So no, we didn't get the $20 back, but we saw the bootleg of it on YouTube.
And was it really interesting?
No, it wasn't worth the $20, quite frankly.
No?
No.
Wasn't all that telling?
No, it was like a recap of stuff I've heard him say in like talk show interviews and stuff. He said that Charlie Sheen had molested Corey Haim when he was a kid and stuff, but I had heard that before, so like it wasn't anything new.
Oh.
Yeah.
Charlie Sheen, really?
Yeah. Well, it was a semi-consensual thing because, Charlie Sheen was like, 18, 19 at the time, and Corey was like 13, 14, whatever. But, it was like the whole documentary was, to me, just a waste of time and energy for him to do.
But he promoted it so well, though. He bought it and paid money for it. He made money. He made money.
Yeah, he did make money.
Yeah. That's so cool. They put out some gossip and make a movie and make it really big and people want to pay for it. There we go.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you, you're at the last movie you made, Soldier's Fortune.
Yes. I love that part.
You worked with another guest of mine, Barbara Bingham.
Oh, sure, huh?
I love Barbara. Oh my God, we did a podcast about 2 years ago. She lives in Australia now, and so she was talking very loudly over the phone the entire time. I thought it was pretty funny.
She thought you were far away, so she had to talk loud. Some people do that.
Yeah. Yeah, she was a real sweetheart, I have to say. You worked with Gil Gerard in that. How was he?
He was fantastic. He was the sweetest can be. And he was very helpful for me in a couple of teams that I was doing. He said he'd do this or do that. And he was very supportive, and I liked him very much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
Cast was actually very good.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw on Facebook, I tagged you. I interviewed John Goff, who was in like Drive-In Massacre and a lot of the movies you were in. Him and George Buckflower were friends.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I noticed George Buckflower was in Soldiers of Fortune.
Yes, he was. Yeah.
Yeah. I've been interviewing a lot of people lately who knew him, and I didn't even realize he had that much of a body of work.
Yeah, neither did I.
Yeah.
He's around forever, though. Yeah, I know that. He was around forever. Is he gone?
George Buckflower.
He's still around?
George Buckflower died. Yeah, I don't know what year he did, but yeah, he is gone.
Okay.
And Dan Haggerty, who's best known as Grizzly Adams, was in the movie.
Oh, yes. Yeah. He was so sweet. He said to me, I was worried about that part that you got. He said that what kind of who would play it, because he would come off too hard, woman playing that and come off too hard, and how could you play it? He says, "You've got it down, girl. You've got it down."
That's
Thank
nice.
You.
That's nice. He gave you a compliment like that.
Yes. It's true, because I thought that part, you can't be too tough, to not be feminine, but not too wishy people don't believe you,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's
and
great.
Unfortunately, the producer got into a major car accident not long after that, and he has been having problems ever since and never got to really, really do anything with it. What a shame.
Yeah. I know. I had my accident 5 years ago.
Oh.
And I got pretty bad arthritis in my leg, but I get through every day. But it was the best thing that ever happened to me, because otherwise I wouldn't be doing this.
You wouldn't, huh?
No, because I was a totally different person before that. I was a bad alcoholic. I didn't know what direction I wanted to go to in life. I was a lost soul. I was a mess, and this like straightened me out. And plus, during that time, I was ashamed of the fact that I was such a movie lover, because In 2006, I lost a lot of weight. I had to go on this diet and lose a lot of weight, and people started gravitating toward me more, especially girls, after I lost weight, and I felt that being a movie lover, as much as I was, hindered me socially. So I was just focused on honing my social skills and just not watching movies. I didn't want to be home, quite frankly, anymore. I just wanted to be out all day, just socializing, and that's what I did, But by the time of my accident, though, I think I had learned enough socially that that it's only natural for me to start a podcast about something that I enjoy, which is entertainment.
How long have you been doing this?
3 years next month.
Who's interviewing you now? 2 years. I'd like to do it longer. See, you're doing a good job.
I seem like I've been doing it longer than 3 years.
Yes,
Oh, that's very nice of you, Janus. It's funny when I listened to an episode I did in the beginning, and I just cringed at it because I was so scared. I was so nervous. I felt like the guest was a little uncomfortable, and I just was like, I've come a long way since then.
Yeah, you have. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, every day I'm doing like 2 to 3 interviews, and it's going so great. So I keep doing it as long as I can.
Now, don't you wish this rain that we're having now, this washed this virus away?
Yeah. But
there's rumors about this, that it can't take sun or heat, and I read that's not true. So they don't know enough about it to really put things down like that.
I can't remember the last time, though, that I heard about a really, really bad fire going on. It's been a while.
We had all those big fires in here.
Oh, yeah. Like 3 years ago, it was really bad.
I think 2018.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we had some pretty bad ones over here. We had to evacuate. I had to go to my godparents' house, which was a nightmare.
I'm telling you, we have the earthquakes, tornadoes, fires. Now we're having our plague, the virus. It's the end of the world.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're talking now.
I don't know. I think.
I got nothing new to tell you. I mean, everything's on hold. I added an email about doing Eaten Alive Part 2, but nothing's happening anywhere. So.
Eaten Alive Part 2.
Yeah, would that be fun?
Reboot. Yeah. You have any plans for Easter?
Oh gosh, no.
Well, at least Saturday night at midnight, going into Sunday, Lent will be over.
What'll be over?
Lent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that. So, Janice, there's a game that I like to play with my guests. We actually didn't get to play this last time.
Yeah.
It's silly slumber party questions. And how this works is, I ask you the question, you answer it, and then you ask me the same question and I answer it.
Okay.
Janice, are you ticklish?
Sometimes I am.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ticklish?
I am baby ticklish. I mean, I get a knee-jerk reaction when someone tickles me. I've been known to hit some people in the groin.
Okay.
It's that bad. What's your favorite part of the body?
Mine or yours?
Anyone's.
Favorite part of the body? I guess it has to be the eyes.
That's a popular one.
Yeah. You can tell so much about someone just from their eyes, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So much. You can just everything about them. You look closely. And you? What's your favorite part?
Doesn't matter who the person is. I love the belly button.
Belly button. My dog does too. She likes to lick my belly button.
Really? Do you have an innie or an outie?
I have an innie, and there she was licking on me. What are you doing? She just like licking my belly. Okay.
I have a very deep innie. I could fit marijuana in there. What color are your toenails painted?
Pink.
Pink.
Don't tell me yours are.
They're actually not right now, but last time they were purple with sparkles.
You paint your toenails?
Oh, since I was 13.
Really?
Yeah.
That's unusual.
Yeah. Well, I'm bisexual, so I gotta wear some femininity on my sleeve, you know?
Oh, okay. Well, that makes more sense.
Yeah. What would you say is your best personality trait?
Best personality trait?
Yeah.
I'm very upfront
Mm-hmm.
and outgoing, and I don't know. It's like people comment on my energy, my outgoingness, my honesty, and I'm always happy no matter what's going on. Make people comfortable.
You certainly do.
That would be it.
You certainly do have all of that.
Well, thank you.
Of course.
And you?
Mine, probably my sense of empathy. I'm just a very caring person, you know, and I have a very dark sense of humor. I'm an empath who has a sense of humor like a sociopath.
Okay.
And then my favorite question, is there a stinky smell that just makes you gag?
A sticky smell?
Yeah.
It makes me gag. Well, the first thing came to mind was like body odor or bad breath.
Mm-hmm.
Those two, I mean, of course. My dog's poop is so little, doesn't really make me gag. So, yeah, those two. Hi, baby. Come here. Come here, say hello. This is Coco. We should see her. She's so cute.
Oh, hi, Coco.
Yeah, I got her on my Facebook. Yeah, take a look at her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the smell that makes me gag more than anything, it's either farts or feet.
Feet?
Yeah.
Yeah, some people can have stinky feet. I don't.
Yeah, when I was in the hospital, I had pretty bad athlete's foot when I got out, and that was the worst ever.
You picked it up in there?
Yeah, because the last month I was in the hospital, I was very grumpy from the medication they gave me, so the nurses like tried to spend little time with me as possible. So they didn't change my socks, so that's why. Yeah.
You're taking out your anger on everyone, huh?
Yeah. Oh God, it was pretty bad because it was a combination of the meds, and it was a combination of just the people in rehab were not very nice. Because in ICU, they were great. I loved the nurses in ICU, but then when you get to rehab, they are just tough. They are strict. You know, they want you to get well on their terms, not your terms. Like they were forcing me every day to do physical therapy. And you know, I just had my leg done like 6 weeks before. I need a little more time, you know. And they're all telling me, "Oh, you're gonna get a blood clot in your leg if you keep, staying in bed and laying down." Well, it's true, but you know, I have a very unique body, and I don't heal like everyone else does. I have a very unique body, so I don't, they didn't need to pressure me like that. But that was what happened, and. Um, it was unfortunate, but I got through it. I was in there from March to June in rehab. It was just a trip to hell and back.
Mm-hmm. Wow. I know they have like good guidelines. You have to get up by the second day. You got to walk, whether you're screaming or not. I know.
Oh God, the worst. Because I was on anesthesia, right? I couldn't. I couldn't feel things. Like if they were taking blood from me, I couldn't feel it. Thank God, because I hate needles. Also, too, it's just I could be up all day and all night and not even feel tired being on that stuff. I just had boundless energy while I was on it.
On what?
On anesthesia. I got very, if the anesthesia wore off though, I would sleep, and then they would wake me up, and I would sleep again. The first couple of weeks I was up from my coma, it was pretty bad.
Yeah. I had anesthesia. I had the little girl. I had a hernia in my belly button area, and my mom said, "You were coming out of anesthesia." You kept laughing, and I asked you what you're laughing at. You said, "Look at the cartoons on the wall." There were no cartoons on the wall, but I was seeing cartoons on the wall.
So there was a point where you technically had an outie belly button.
Don't know if they changed it. No, because there were scars underneath it. No, still an innie.
Mm-hmm. Have a lot of guys you dated found that sexy?
There aren't that many men even talk about the belly button. So
really?
No.
Huh. That's interesting. I guess I'm one of the rare breeds out there.
Well, they think about it. They don't say anything. Mostly men don't talk a lot. So.
Yeah, I know some women are like that too. They look at the men's belly button from a medical standpoint, but they don't really comment on it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what there's any difference whatsoever. Why one's an outie, one's an innie. I have no idea. How they cut the umbilical cord when you were born? I don't know.
Has to do with the cord. It has to do sometimes in some cases hernias, but yeah, everyone has a unique one. I have found.
Do you go around looking at people's belly buttons to the beach?
I sure do. The only time I ever comment on them is if I'm already having a conversation with them, because I don't want to creep them out.
Yes.
I practice belly button etiquette of already knowing the person and talking to them. Otherwise going up in random it's scary for them.
That would be.
Yes, and stuff. I have a very cute belly button though, and there's scars over it from my surgeries, especially my gallbladder surgery. Little teeny tiny.
Surgery, yeah.
Yeah, little teeny tiny holes. But I missed the way it looked before the accident. It used to be really cute. And stuff. Oh, by the way, Janus, I've been meaning to bring this up to you. I never got your picture in the mail.
You're right. I've got it sitting right here.
Yes.
It's going to go to you.
Mm-hmm. Do you have my address?
I do.
Okay.
As long as we didn't erase it. I'll double check it.
It's still, it's still the same address. And yeah, it's funny. I had a bunch of my guests send me things for Christmas, cards and stuff, and it was really, really nice. I have like a long list of guests of mine that I'm going to make a point to send Christmas cards out to every year because, I feel like I owe it to them, because they've been so generous with their time and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
this is a whole new, another whole new wave of entertainment, this podcast.
Mm-hmm. To me, it's a godsend. It's the best thing that's happened to entertainment, And I had just discovered podcasts just before my accident, like earlier that month before it happened, and I started listening to a lot of them when I was in the hospital.
Can you make any money doing them?
I could if I wanted to, but right now I'm like right at the end of paying a debt that's been hanging over me for 7 years, and as soon as that's done, I'm going to look into making money. But I found out though, you don't make a whole lot of money doing it on YouTube unless you're getting millions of views, like guys like Joe Rogan out there or Mark Maron, who's number 1 and number 2 in podcasting right now.
Because they have advertisers, is that why?
They got advertisers. They got, the platforms, iTunes and what have you, backing them up too. Yeah, but I just got YouTube, and I prefer it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, the platforms would probably be getting all the money, but I'd have to look into that.
YouTube is a fabulous thing. I mean, when I don't know how to do something,
mm-hmm.
and I'll, look it up and check out a few sites to see, oh, that's how you do that, you know? Okay.
Yeah, when YouTube first came out, I was like, this is the best creation ever. I hope it's not a fad. I hope it doesn't go away. And it's been 15 years now, and it's great. And I hope it stays a lot longer. And there was a period in the beginning where it looked like it wasn't going to last because there was a lot of copyright lawsuits going on. Like Prince. Prince sued YouTube because he didn't want his music or anything on YouTube, but now that he's been gone, his estate has made a YouTube channel of his and put everything he's ever done on YouTube, which I think is great. Yeah, which I think is great, especially now that, you know, there's no more record albums. You know, everything's online.
Every time I ask somebody, well, how did you get that footage? Where'd you get that photo from? I've never seen it before. They'll tell me, YouTube. Really? Wow, okay.
Yeah.
We had a day out here, these gay guys in Palm Springs heard about me. We talked, and they have a video bar, and every weekday have a special guest, and they show footage or whatever, and it was the bar. And they did a special on Janus Blythe, and it was really fun. He found more footage of me than I can find, and he put it together, and they showed it to the bar, and everyone was there clapping, and we were watching it, and I got to comment. It was so much fun. It was called Meet Janus Blythe, and it was really fun night. It was right around Halloween.
Ah, nice.
Yes, it was nice.
Oh, you are loved, Janus.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
You do love.
Yeah. Did you like that? Did you like that joke I sent you on Facebook?
What?
That joke I sent you on Facebook?
I'm sorry, I missed that. What on Facebook?
I sent you a joke. Remember?
I forgot what it was now, but...
Oh, yeah. What's the difference between a golf ball and a G-spot? A man will spend 20 minutes looking for a golf ball.
Right.
Yeah.
yeah, that was cute.
I came up with one last night. Oh, this is so wrong. So wrong. I'll try to remember how it went. How do you fuck your sister if you're Catholic?
Oh God, I don't know.
Finger bang her and look away.
Oh God. It was bad.
You're the first person I'm telling that joke to. Is it a good one?
It's a bad one.
Bad meaning good?
I won't repeat it.
Oh, you should tell it to your girlfriends.
Yeah. I'll pass on that one.
Okay. Janus, thank you so much for coming back on today. I hope this was pretty interesting, that we got to have a nice conversation for the world to hear.
Yeah, I just wish I had more stuff to say right now. Things just sound so hold. You know, we're all on hold.
Mm-hmm.
I just want this thing to get over to its peak and start going down so we can start going back to normal.
Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way,
we will be more patient with each other and
be more patient, more loving, more kindness.
More loving, and yeah.
Oh,
the ones that are idiots, I hope something happens bad to them. I hope somehow they learn a lesson. You know, they're not above it all.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I emailed the guy you told me the email to get in touch with Martin.
Oh, yes, okay.
I never heard back from him. I probably have to send him another email again.
Dominic?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Because he thought he did the Hillside Rise reunion. We did a couple of them out in Cleveland, out in Burbank conventions. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure he brought in Martin. I know that Martin lives out in the Sapphire Valley.
Yeah.
And I know that he has a business where he hangs artwork. And I did have his number. If I run into it, I definitely will give it to you. I just don't know where that would be.
Yeah. Oh, I saw Michael Berryman on George Romero Jr.'s podcast the other night and stuff. He's up in Florida now.
He moved?
Yeah.
Didn't know. I know he was going to get moved. He has a house for sale. Okay.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting because he's been in L.A. his whole life.
Well, with all his body problems, and his skin not being able to breathe. He can only live in certain climates.
Yeah.
And he was very quiet about that. But I said, why do you keep running out, out of the set? You keep going outside. Just because my body, I can't breathe. I have no pores. I'm like, whoa, okay. So I know he has to live in certain areas. Maybe that's part of it. I don't know.
Yeah. Last time I saw him, he was telling me about his daughter becoming a firefighter or something like that, something along those lines. And I said, "Oh, that's great. Maybe next step she'll give you some grandchildren." And he's like, "I'm gonna be 70 this year. I don't even want to think about grandchildren."
He sure does a lot of those conventions, though. Very popular.
He sure does. He is loved just as much as you are, Janus. Thank you so much for coming on today, and have yourself a
Thank you for thinking of me.
Of course, and have a great rest of your day.
You too, sweetie.
Okay.
Stay sheltered, stay safe.
And don't forget to send me a picture.
Okay, okay, Tommy.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
Well, there you have it. Janus Blythe. Ain't she a sweetheart? I love Janus. She's such a great lady, and I adore her so much. If you like this video, everyone, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, add me as a friend on Facebook, join my Tommy Kovac comedian page on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and all that fun stuff. Well, that's all time we have this week on Splat from the Past. Till next time, this is Tommy Throwback Kovac saying, there's no shame in living in the past, because the present sucks. Later, dudes.